A very good afternoon and thank you for joining us on Beetv News Updates at 3. I am Ruth Obodo and now the news in detail. Military officials have taken control of Guinea-Bissau following reports that President Umaru Sissoco Embalo has been arrested after gunfire erupted in the capital, Bissau. Government sources confirmed that the president was detained on Wednesday. Shortly afterward, military officers appeared on state television announcing the suspension of the electoral process and declaring that they will assume control of the country until further notice. The West African nation had been awaiting the results of Sunday's presidential election, which had already faced controversy after the main opposition candidate was disqualified. Official results were expected on Thursday, but both Embalo and his main challenger, Fernando Diaz, had claimed victory ahead of the announcement. Nigeria's Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, has held a high-level bilateral meeting in Doha with the Qatari Minister of Education and Higher Education, Lawal bint Rashid bin Mohammed Al Khata, to strengthen educational collaboration between both countries. The discussions focus on expanding cooperation. Both ministers reviewed Nigeria's national plan to reform Almajiri and out-of-school education, including large-scale teacher training for Malams, upgrading infrastructure in Sangaya schools, and supporting 33 bilingual schools built by the Islamic Development Bank across 11 states. Dr. Alusa emphasized Nigeria's commitment to reintegrating millions of marginalized learners into quality education, improving literacy and numeracy, expanding vocational skills, and ensuring safer learning environments nationwide. Former Deputy Governor of Osun State and All Progressive Congress governorship aspirant Senator Iyola Omisore says the party is well positioned for victory in the 2026 governorship election with its candidacy. Marsh made the statement in Oshogbo during his ongoing consultations with APC party structures. He pledged to strengthen grassroots engagement and restore the party's connection with local communities if he secures the party's tickets. The report.
Senator Iyola Omisore, former Deputy Governor of Osun State and APC governorship aspirant, has continued his consultations with party structures ahead of the 2026 election. He began his engagement in Odo-Otin local government before proceeding to Kuru Hall, where he was warmly received by party members. Local party leaders, including Shaho Ladipu, described Marsh as a capable and competent aspirant who can deliver for the state.
If it is the wish of the Almighty God, we will perform more than a professor. But in this case in which we are, among the best of the best, I think is one of the leading candidates we have.
Somebody that have the deep knowledge of Osun politics. He has been around for the past 2 years.
Nomination forms from the party's national headquarters in Abuja. Out of the 13 who initially expressed interest, this trend suggests that a consensus candidate is unlikely. Senator Iyola Omisore remains confident of securing victory in the primary. Evelyn Isabel reporting for Beetv News.
The Southern Governors Forum has commended President Bola Tinubu for his efforts in combating insecurity and improving the country's economy, infrastructure, welfare, and overall well-being of Nigerians. The body also promised to ensure a safer Southern Nigeria, emphasizing the need for community policing and intelligence sharing among Southern states. The report.
The Southern Governors Forum is a gathering of the governors of the 17 southern states of Nigeria. Governors from the Southwest, Southeast, and South-South met at Iperu Remo to discuss matters concerning security, the economy, agriculture, and improved regional integration. In his opening speech, the chairman of the forum, Governor Dapo Abiodun, commended President Bola Tinubu for his renewed hope programs and reforms which have facilitated economic and infrastructure development and praised his approach to addressing the country's security challenges.
These outcomes reaffirm that president reforms are not only necessary, but
he also met members of the Southern Nigeria Traditional Rulers Council to discuss safety, security, and the progress of the region and the country. The permanent chairman of the forum reaffirmed the region's support for President Bola Tinubu.
As a family, we put aside our issue of diversity, but unity, and also to pass a vote of confidence to our president to let him know that he's not alone in this issue. It's an issue that concerns all of us, either from the north or from the south.
The traditional rulers agreed to continue spreading the message of hope to the people across the region. They also committed to working with the governors to enhance security and called for support of President Bola Tinubu's programs and policies. Evelyn Izibile reporting for Beetv News.
The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohamed Ali Pate, says the commissioning of the NISA Medical Group's Tomai robotic surgery platform marks a giant leap for Nigeria's healthcare system. Speaking at the event in Abuja, he described the platform established in partnership with Rob Global as a breakthrough that positions Nigeria at the forefront of technology-driven surgery in Africa. He emphasized that the initiative aligns with the federal government's commitment to transforming healthcare delivery and expanding access to modern medical solutions. Professor Pate highlighted that the robotic surgery platform is expected to usher in a new era of precision surgery with more accurate procedures, faster recovery times, and improved patient outcomes.
Maybe a small step for NISA Medical Group, given that you've been at it for 30 years or so, since 1996. But I must say that it's a giant step for Nigeria, paraphrasing what someone said about going to the moon. Because you're bringing a platform for robotic surgery in Nigeria, in our sub-region in this continent. It's a giant step. It's really an honor to be able to see what is in place. The Tomai robotic surgery platform. It's really inspiring to see that it's here in surgery platform. It's really inspiring to see that it's here in Abuja.
The Nigerian police of performing their main role of policing the country. If I'm the commander-in-chief, I will call the army commander in that place and the head of the army and say, if you don't get me the head of this person, who withdrew the troops to put all these children in jeopardy?
The local vigilantes are the grassroots. They live amongst the people, they dwell amongst the people. They live in rural areas and in forest communities, hunters, etc., farmers. We must find a way to integrate these local vigilantes into our security operations.
As part of its resolutions, the Senate urged President Tinubu to immediately reorganize Nigeria's security architecture to ensure stronger coordination and better protection of life.
We are onward traveling back home. We thank our leader, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for giving directives to the Minister of State Defense to relocate to Kebbi.
On behalf of the parents, we thank His Excellency for his tireless efforts to see that these girls are returned safely. On behalf of the parents also, we thank the government of Kebbi State, particularly the efforts shown by His Excellency in rescuing these girls back and being united to their parents once again.
Controller General of the Army Immigration Service, Kemi Nana Nabdab, has reaffirmed the service's determination terrorism and other transnational crime. She gave the assurance during a working visit to Ibadan. The report.
Amid Nigerians' current security challenges, strengthening border security has become critical in tackling illegal migration. This was a key reason for the visit of the Controller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service, Kemi Nana Nadab, to motivate personnel and reinforce the importance of safeguarding the country's territorial integrity. Addressing officers of the State Command, the CG emphasized that enhanced surveillance, improved intelligence sharing, the use of technology and increased patrols will now form the core of service strategy to curb cross-border criminal activities.
Now that we've made sure that we have MIDAs at all the borders, there is no excuse for any border commander, for any controller of the border, to say that you're not making sure that every person coming into our border is properly and duly captured. We have invested in making...
And now to the business news. The Oyo State government has approved 3.03 billion for the establishment of a cocoa rejuvenation project aimed at restoring cocoa production as one of the state's major economic pillars. The report.
The approval was announced in a statement issued in Ibadan by the Commissioner for Information, Dotun Oyelade. The initiative will be implemented through a public-private partnership and coordinated by the Oyo State Agri-Business Development Agency in collaboration with the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture. The State Executive Council also expressed support for the Southwest Governor's call for the creation of state police, noting the declining interest of young Nigerians in joining the military and stressing the need for strengthening local security structures. The council commended Governor Sheyi Makinde for enhancing the state security architecture, including the procurement of 2 surveillance aircraft to monitor high-risk areas. It also acknowledged the continuous investment in the Amotekun Corps, describing it as the most adequately staffed and equipped security outfit in the southwest. Petrol attendants back insurance plan push for elections. Petrol station workers, under the urges of the Concerned Petrol Station Workers, have commended the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) for introducing a comprehensive health insurance scheme for service attendants nationwide. They also renewed their call for the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers (NUPENG) to conduct long overdue elections for petrol station workers. The NNPCL had on November 13, 2025, launched the Attendant Health Insurance Scheme implemented by NNPC Retail Limited in partnership with NNPC HMO to provide access to quality healthcare for more than 7,000 station attendants across the country. In a statement issued in Kaduna on Tuesday, the convener of the group, Comrade Ibrahim Zango, described the initiative as a major step towards improving welfare standards in the downstream petroleum sector. Directors liable for Sustainability Climate Reporting, FRC. The Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria has warned that it will not tolerate any form of whitewashing in sustainability reporting. It added that board directors will be held directly accountable for the accuracy of sustainability and climate-related disclosures once the requirements become mandatory. The Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of the FRC, Dr. Rabiu Olowo, gave the Climate Governance Initiative Nigeria. The event was held under the theme IFRS S1 and S2, what every board director needs to know. According to Mitiga Solutions, IFRS 1 and S2, issued in June 2023 by the International Sustainability Standard Board, added that Nigeria has also produced its first set of early adopters of the standards, MTN, Seplat, Fidelity Bank, and Access Bank, who are expected to serve as models for other corporate organizations as the adoption of the standard becomes mandatory in 2028 for the 2027 reporting year. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BTV News.
A judge in Georgia dismissed the election interference case against former President Donald Trump and several of his co-defendants.
The case brought in August 2023 by former Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis under the state racketeering laws accused Trump and allies of conspiring to overturn the 2020 presidential election results in Georgia. The indictment named 18 co-defendants. 4 had accepted plea deals. The prosecution unraveled after Willis was disqualified from the case due to a conflict of interest, a romantic relationship with the special prosecutor she had appointed. The case file was handed over to the Prosecuting Attorney's Council of Georgia. Council Executive Director Pate Skandalakis assumed responsibility for the case after reviewing the evidence and legal complexities, including what he described as minimal odds of convening a credible trial against a sitting president and the likelihood of a protracted multi-year process. He filed a motion to drop all charges. Minutes after the filing, Scott McCarthy, a presiding judge at the Fulton County Superior Court, issued an order declaring the case dismissed in its entirety. Skandalakis explained that he believes the alleged misconduct was conceived outside Georgia in Washington, D.C., and that the appropriate venue for any prosecution would have been at the federal level. With this decision, the Georgia case becomes the last criminal proceeding tied to the 2020 election that was pending against Trump. Evelyn Isabelle reporting for Beetv News.
And now to the entertainment news. Nollywood pro and husband MC Fish following a claim he made on social media. The reports.
In a recent Instagram post, On Top alleged that MC Fish left the actress for another woman, prompting Anita Joseph to reportedly remove his belongings from their home. The allegations have not been confirmed by the couple, and no details have been provided regarding the alleged third party. The marriage, which has been frequently discussed on social media, has previously drawn public attention, with online users at various times accusing Anita Joseph of influencing her husband through supernatural means, claims she has repeatedly dismissed. Anita Joseph and MC Fish married on February 14, 2020. The couple has often displayed affection publicly, including MC Fish gifting the actress a white Range Rover on January 4, 2025 and making surprise appearances at her celebrations. In another development, Nigerian singer Temilade Openiyi, popularly known as Tems, has disclosed one profession she would likely have pursued had she not gone into music. During a Q&A session with fans on X, the Grammy-winning artist said she would probably have become either an accountant or a mathematics teacher. Tems previously worked as a digital marketer before resigning from the role in January 2018 to focus fully on her music career. She released her debut single Mr. Rebel in July 2018, gaining early recognition within Nigeria's music scene. Her career gained international momentum after she featured on Wizkid's 2020 hit Essence, which reached number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 following a remix featuring Justin Bieber. Actor Kevin Spacey is set to face civil sexual assault claims in court in 2026 following lawsuit filed by 3 men alleging misconduct between 2000 and 2013. During a hearing on Wednesday, a judge proposed a provisional trial date of 12th October 2026. The cases may be heard to 2 of the claims. He has yet to file a defense in the third. 2 of the claimants, anonymized as LNP and GHI, also testified against Spacey during his 2023 criminal trial, where the actor was acquitted of 9 separate charges. NLP alleged Spacey assaulted him around 12 times between 2000 and 2005.
And now to sports. Liverpool's poor run of form worsened on Wednesday night as they fell to a 5-1 home defeat against PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League phase, extended their slump to 9 losses in 12 matches, their worst sequence since 1953. Hans Law's side entered the fixture under pressure following consecutive 3-goal domestic defeats, but previous Champions League results had offered hope, with 3 wins in 4 matches, including a notable victory over Real Madrid. However, the loss at Anfield has renewed scrutiny over the team's collapse and the manager's ability to reverse it. PSV took the lead inside 6 minutes after Virgil van Dijk conceded a penalty for handball. Ivan Perisic converted from the spot. Liverpool briefly responded when the saved effort 10 minutes later. Liverpool showed signs of improvement as Gakpo and Van Dijk went close, with the defender heading against the crossbar, but PSV regained control when Mourinho Jr.'s incisive pass released Milos Kers, who set up Gustil to finish clinically. The visitors extended their lead in the second half as substitute Koib Joek